Okay, and we are live. Good morning, evening, wherever it is you are joining us from. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. This is Living LTV. My name is Gbenga Adebayo, Dr. Gbenga Adebayo. I'm your host on the program, and today we are taking a look at something really important. We're taking about a look at the things that you should pay attention to, the things you should take a look at before you travel out of the country, before whatever your country is. I don't know what your country is. I know people are watching us from all over the world. Whatever it is, wherever it is, are you traveling to a more developed country? Are you traveling to a developing country? Are you even traveling within regions in a particular country? There are considerations. There are very important considerations you should be aware of as you travel. As you travel, health, like we say, is the underlying assumption to all our activities. So we're going to be taking a look at the things you should be aware of as you travel. And as it's our custom, if this is your very first time of joining us, welcome and welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this beautiful Friday. And if you are catching up, also, thank you for taking time to watch. I'd like to ask that you please like this video and share this video with someone. The content that we share here, the feedback I receive from people, make it worthwhile. Okay, yes, I think we are doing something. We are doing something good here. We are doing something good here. So I'd like to please ask you, and I'm going to do that now. I'm going to share this video right now and let people know that we are live, right? So I'm going to share it on my WhatsApp status, share it with friends, let them know that we are live. Okay? And we are live. And we are live. Okay? Let's put a little smiley there. Okay. Right? And let's share it. Let me put it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And yeah. Okay. All right. I think that will do. Yeah. And we've done that. Okay. Fantastic. So thank you everyone that has joined. Please remember to like the video. Right? Like the video and let people know that we are live. Like the people and let people know that we are live. Okay, fantastic. Like I said, if you're just joining us, yes, I see a lot more people online. We're taking a look at travel health, the things that you should pay attention to, very important things that you should pay attention to as you seek to travel to any country, either for vacation, right? This is people are going to be going for summer trips, summer vacations, just a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months, going to different places just to get a break. Um, after the long COVID lockdowns, yes, a few parts of the world are still undergoing lockdowns here and there, but now the travel industry, the air travel industry, is picking up, and people, in fact, the airlines and the airports are finding it difficult to keep with demand, the pent up demand. People that have not been able to travel for years, for 2 years now, everybody wants to get somewhere, go somewhere, and then we see um, a lot of issues, a lot of problems with airlines getting tickets, pricing, Heathrow Airport. No, let's not go there. I'm not here to talk about that. But you understand what I'm saying? That the airlines, people are traveling, but the thing is, if you don't take this well, if you don't handle this well, traveling can be dangerous. If you do not pay attention to the things I want to be sharing today, air travel or traveling to another country can be um, a problem. I'd like to share a personal story. Um, my my brother traveled. Uh, not too long ago. He shared the testimony to his friends, shared it worldwide to everybody on Facebook, and he nearly died. Yeah? He very nearly died. He was in a coma for for days. He was in a coma for an extended period of time. I was scared because I was in Israel. I was in Israel at that time doing my masters, and he just went to US, just United States, just for a brief visit. Just okay, let me take some time out, and he very nearly died. You may be wondering, okay, so what happened? What nearly killed him? And that's the really strange thing. What nearly killed him is something that you take for granted. If you tell me you have it, I'll take it for granted. I just okay, just do this, go do this. What did he have? He had malaria, right? He had malaria that we treat offhand over here in Nigeria, and he very nearly died of it because the healthcare system in the United States of America was not was not attuned for in fact some of the physicians and the caregivers there, nurses, all of them, that was the very first case of malaria they were going to see in their in their practice, in their life. They'd never seen anybody with malaria before. So treating it was not something that they could do well, and they bungled it, right? They bungled it, and they nearly very died of they had all sorts of complications, sepsis, all sorts of complications because of what? Malaria. He probably could have treated the malaria himself if he had the because he knows what to use. You know, we have our adverts all over the place over here. You probably even know what to use. I hope you do. I hope if you have malaria, you won't go and say what you need to use is ciprofloxacin. I see so. I remember years back somebody said to me, "Please, you need to give me ciprofloxacin. If you don't give me ciprofloxacin, my malaria will not go away." And I had to gently but firmly let him know that we don't treat malaria with ciprofloxacin. That's not what we use to treat malaria. So health is important. You know, we say that health is the underlying assumption for all of human activity. You just assume that you are healthy. If you are not healthy, you can't do anything. You can't do much, right? So you want to travel, you want to go for summer vacation, or you know, as they say now, we don't do jackpot season. Everybody just want jackpot. Yeah, it's terrible, Julian. Really, Jerry. Thank you. Welcome to the show today. Everybody just want jackpot. If you, you know, you talk to 10 people, 10 young people. You ask them, what do you want to do now? Say Nigeria go better. You go say for Nigeria. Oh, Michael, welcome. Thank you. I'm sharing your story. Thank you. I want to jackpot. Everybody just 24. I'm sure even some of you they watch me. So if I ask you, say you want to stay or you want jackpot, if I say I want to offer you a free Canadian visa, I'm sure there'll be some takers on the show today. They've got it jackpot. So as you want to jackpot, they're very important. They're very, very critical. You consider all the matter if it happen with your health as you want to go. Or if you are not even jackpotting, like some of us don't want to jackpot, right? You just want to travel for vacation. You just want to go to Ghana, you want to go to Dubai, you want to go to the States, United States, you want to go to London, you want to go. I can see some people jackpotting already. All right, you want to go anywhere. I want to go to all these places. It is important that you think about your health. That you ask yourself, are there things I need to consider as I go for this trip? What are the things I need to prepare for as I go for this day, as far as my health, my comfort is concerned, so that what you are going for will be a time of refreshing, a time of relaxation, and not be a time of crisis, right? So health is important, and preparing to travel as you want to go for any health trip starts before you go, right? So your preparation and taking care of your health Start before you go, before you leave. You think about it. You think about your health. Get the right information. Know the right things about where you are going to. What should I expect? Right? So when I was going to Israel, they sent us a mail and they said to us, please come with winter clothing. It will be cold. It will be this. And I looked at them, winter clothing for Israel. Is it not a Middle Eastern country? What do they mean winter clothing? Is it not a desert? Will I not? So I just, because I've been to cold places. I've been to the UK in winter, and and when it wasn't like it wasn't. I saw myself. I see myself as someone that could tolerate cold. No, it doesn't phase me. In fact, I prefer the weather to be cold than to be hot. If you are cold, you can keep yourself warm. If you are hot, it's a little bit more difficult to cool yourself down, right? So I didn't really pay attention to what they said. So we went no cold that enters your bone. That you are sleeping, you can't even, you just take one angle of the bed and you cover. I had to go and get a hot water bottle. Thankfully somebody gave me a hot water bottle. It was terribly cold, chilly cold at night. And so I couldn't believe it. Israel could be this, when it's hot, it's hot, really. The hot times really, the summer really hot. But when it's cold, now I was doing big boy, why can I be wearing gloves? I'm an African. Africans don't wear gloves. Oh my. I, I I bought gloves, wear gloves. It was really cool. So as you want to travel, wherever it is you are traveling to, get the right information, right? Get the proper information. Know what is expected there. There are people that have been sent back from Nigeria, not paying. Sometimes some people, a full plane of people went to South Africa for, I don't know, but they sent them back because they felt that they are, either rightly or wrongly, I don't know, that they have yellow fever vaccinations were not proper, that they claimed that they were fake, and they sent them back. I you are traveling to some African countries. You want to go to Tanzania. I remember going to Tanzania. You have to have a yellow card. Don't say, "Oh, Tanzania is visa on arrival, so let me just quickly go to Tanzania," and you don't get your yellow card. You don't get that yellow fever vaccination. You will be sent back. You will be sent back. So find out what is happening, where you are going to. What did they expect of me? Are there health regulations I should be aware of as I travel to these places? Some places still have mask mandates. Not so many places anymore. But find out, do I need to have a face mask on? Some airlines have mask mandates, some don't. No. So just find out. Get information and get up to date, even beyond, get vaccinated. Of course, now, for most places in the world, if you do not have your COVID, you are not fully vaccinated against COVID-19, traveling becomes a little bit more complex for you, right? So it's not too late. And we are still having flare-ups of COVID, yeah, various variants. It's looking like it's going to be a disease that will be with us for a while, because we have not been able to get everybody, to get enough people vaccinated to break the chain of transmission. So if you have not been vaccinated against COVID, please go and get vaccinated, right? See how the disease around. If you are vaccinated, if you now catch COVID, the symptoms are much better, less severe than if you just catch it and say, okay, I will travel, I'll just be doing COVID tests and be quarantining and all that. So information, that's the first thing I'm saying to say. You want to travel, get the proper information. Get up to date with your travel vaccines, right? hepatitis B vaccine, all the vaccines that are there, yellow fever vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine now is in the mix. Get all the vaccinations that you need to get to travel so that you can be safe. And if you're also coming to this environment, yeah, different environment have different germs. The germ mix up. That's why I say get information. Just like my brother went to America and malaria and nearly killed. There are diseases in America that we don't know here. We don't see. We don't see Lyme's disease. We may not recognize it. We may not readily know that. Okay, this is this. We know it. You need to have a high index of suspicion to know that this disease is this, because it's not something that we see commonly. So as you are traveling, please and please find out. Find out what is happening where you are going to. Even local travel, right? Even within Nigeria. In Nigeria, for instance, there is a meningitis belt that seasonally they have meningitis, right? They have meningitis. So if you are traveling in those areas, you will need to know this is what is happening here and pay attention and stay safe, right? Follow the protection guidelines, right? Information is the first thing that you need to do. You also need to prepare for your airline comfort. If you are going on a flight, you are going on a flight 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 24 hours, long layovers, you need to prepare. I can remember the very first time I took an intercontinental flight. I was shocked at how cold and how cold the flight became in the middle of the flight, because I didn't dress for that. I didn't hold a jacket. So it may be good, please, you are traveling a long distance, hold a jacket for in the middle of the flight. Yeah, they'll give you a blanket, but sometimes that blanket is not as thick. I think austerity has also cut a lot of our airline blankets. So get a jacket, a good jacket that can keep you warm in the middle of the flight. Because yes, you have some controls over you, but the plane can get quite cold. If you are going for a very long flight, I've seen some people, they went for a long flight and they just sat down all through the flight. By the time you get down from the flight, if you remove your shoes, you just discover that you cannot wear it anymore. Why? You would. You can ask them to turn off the AC. No, you can't actually, because it's just fast. You can turn off you can reduce the one above your head, but the one that the cabin, the air, the cabin of the plane, the temperature is really going to drop. So even if you turn off the one above your head, the people in front of you have not turned off theirs, and the temperature of the cabin is really, really going to drop. So that's what I'm talking about now. So I'm happy I've been able to share. So what we are sharing is useful to OBG. So you will need to go with your own jacket to keep you warm, because that temperature is going to drop, really going to drop. So you will need to prepare for it, right? So get up and walk about, or else if you just sit down for 8 hours, for 10 hours, right? You sit down for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours for direct flights, even some connecting flights. You can be connecting for up to 8 hours, depends on how the distance that you have. Please get up intermittently, right? Stretch, right? Don't just sit down, or else, especially if you are already elderly, you are predisposed to it, you're going to have swollen feet, right? You're going to have there's the water, because it's going to be difficult because you are sitting down. Your blood, as it's going from your leg to some of the water is going to be seeping into your leg, and then your leg will become big. And you just go, now I wear this shoe, come here now. How come I don't remove them again? Because you sat down for such an extended period of time and your circulation could not handle it. So get up intermittently, walk around, go to the restroom, do the things that you need to do to stay active, stretch, so that by the time you get to where you're going to, you will not have flu dependent, position dependent edema, right? We don't want that. We don't want your feet to get swollen and then. But if it does happen that your feet get swollen, don't be alarmed, right? It will go back. It will reduce. You don't need to push it, mash it. You don't need to. No. Just if you don't have any underlying condition, you don't have diabetes, you don't have hypertension, you don't have any of these underlying conditions that you need to take care of, just put your leg, your feet on a pillow as you sleep. A couple of days to your feet will be back to their normal size. They will be back to their normal size. So prepare for your comfort during the flight. That is going to be very, very important. Yeah, he said that swollen feet is it normal or a health condition? Yeah, there are conditions that can give somebody swollen feet. That's why I was saying underlying conditions. But even if you are a normal person and nothing is wrong with you, if you sit down for 8 hours, no, you didn't get up, your feet are going to be swollen. Not going to be swollen. It's just going to happen because you have put it below your heart for so long a period of time, and all the water will not go back. But it will be worse with people that already have these underlying conditions. People that they are let me not frighten you. Anybody that has these underlying conditions may have swollen foot, and that may be longer than others. So, but get up, move up and down, put your leg on the pillow if it does happen, and you will be fine. Now, I should have mentioned this earlier. Before you travel, if you are going to a place, especially if you are going for an extended period of time, please pack some things that will be useful for your health, right? If I'm traveling now, and I'm going with my family or myself, or maybe with myself, my family, and I'm going somewhere that is outside Nigeria for more than even if a week or whatever, I'm going to go with anti-malaria drugs, right? I'll just go with basic medicines, an anti-malaria drug, maybe because I'm a doctor, an anti-malaria drug, an analgesic. Just go with some of those things that may be useful if I have an emergency that I need to take care of. And the other thing that you need to have as you travel, please make sure you have travel insurance, right? Don't skip it. Just ticket now 400k. They're gonna say me I can't pay 90k for insurance. Me I not go use or 30k for. It's not really quite expensive. Usually not. Maybe 20k, 30k insurance. But I'm not going to use it, Joe. I rebuke the enemy. I will not be sick. Plus Jesus minus Satan. Please buy insurance. Buy insurance. Buy travel insurance. Even if it's a basic thing, buy it. It may just save your life or save you from catastrophic costs. If you fall ill in some countries and you have to pay out of pocket, you will you will you will whistle. You know that whistle. You get it. you will whistle if you have to pay out of pocket for health in a lot of all these developed countries. A friend called me, said his mom came to visit, and the mom he just discovered that the mom had osteoarthritis. She couldn't walk, she was in pain, so he took her to the clinic. I don't even know how much he's going to pay for that care. Just you go to the clinic. Or the consultation fee it will take care of some minor procedures over here without health insurance, right? So and they now say, okay, they want to do it's okay. What she needs is a knee replacement surgery. Let's do we can do it for her here. Okay, how much is knee replacement surgery? I think they gave him, is it $25,000? My friend called me immediately. Hey, please, is it? Of course, we can do it much cheaper way cheaper here than what the crazy amount, not crazy, well, but if you have to pay out of pocket for care, so please get insurance as you travel all around the world. Get insurance. Put it part of it, insurance. Even if, God forbid, if you don't have insurance and you die abroad, the cost of repatriating your body home, if you don't have insurance, your people will just cremate your body. They may just abandon your body abroad. I know people don't. People in this environment don't like to think about that. They don't like to talk about death. They don't like to. Sometimes when I want to annoy my wife, I say to her that when I die, that she should donate my body for use as cadaver, as for medical students to use for practical. Just say, God, what you want to say? Don't say that to me, because I maybe my own personal belief. I think when somebody has died, it's liquid content only, right? It's what's left. It's not me. It's not me. It's just what I used to live in. But I know and it's rightly so. A lot of people um, place um, it's part of the grieving process to handle the remains with care, to make sure that you are given a proper burial respectfully, and so if you die abroad and you don't have insurance, because insurance, a lot of those insurance packages have repatriation costs for for the body. The cost of bringing your body home, renting a air ambulance, that's that's not, it's not small box. So please get insurance. I've said that, and I hope um, we understand what I am saying. You may also need to discuss with your doctor before you travel. Let your doctor know. Not that maybe you should bring something for your doctor. I'm not asking you to. If you want to bring something for your doctor, that's fantastic. It's good. It would be great if you can do that. If you have that kind of relationship with your physician, but let your physician know, I'm traveling. Are there things I should be aware of? Where I'm going? Are there issues? That just that interaction may save you a whole lot of pain and headache. Practice safety wherever it is you go. Eat wisely. Traveler's diarrhea is something, it's a disease. In fact, it's a disease, traveler's diarrhea, because when you go to a new environment and you eat, you may not be used to um, the 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 the, the germ mix-ups that are there, the germs that they eat, and nothing happens to you, or the food that they eat, and they can handle it. You may not be able to handle it. So practice safely, eat wisely, don't eat everything. They eat this, they eat raw fish with squid, and then you where when you go toilet, the matter no go be small, you know go be small thing. You know that. So just eat wisely, right? Eat wisely, drink wisely. If you have to take alcohol, just drink wisely. Don't there are rules, there are laws. Follow the rules and norms wherever it is that you go and you find yourself. Don't shout, right? Don't do things. If you are driving, follow there are some places that will allow you to drive with your Nigerian driver's license, and some will allow you to drive if you get an international driver's license from Nigeria. No driver simply na 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 mortal combat they do for road or need for speed. Drive with sense. Maybe Lagos, there are places if you press on, now fine. This one will say no on. You say pam 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 pam. When they catch you, you go know say no be last giddy you did. So drive wisely if you are going to drive. Follow the rules, follow the laws wherever it is. I need to say this also, because when people travel, um, when you are in an environment where people don't know you, you are there, you are you. So some people may throw caution to the wind and just live loosely, right? Practice safe sex. So if you think, I would say, please don't sleep around, right? That's what I would say. That's my personal advice to you, and that's your health advice. We practice ABC: abstinence, be faithful, and then if you think you cannot be faithful, then by all means, please use a condom. Practice safe sex. Don't go and be loose and then just be carrying, now become an importer and exporter of sexually transmitted diseases, right? So and it happens a lot. Somebody travel, he went to Thailand. Thailand is a hotspot, or goes to this, and then it goes and see multi-resistant staph aureus or multi-resistant Neisseria gonorrhea, and they have to start to trace him all over the world to find that this person, because he just travels somewhere and he just feel, oh, I'm in a new place, nobody knows me. Let me. No, don't do that. Practice safe sex. If you have to sow your oats, if you need to say your oats anywhere, so get condoms, use condoms, be safe. Uh, I would say, please be faithful. But if you think you have to be unfaithful, then by all means, make sure that you protect your physical health. And hey, let me sample. Temitope knows you've been eating the same food. I want to let me see whether there's the difference between. Well, good luck to you. But practice safe sex. Practice safe sex. Go with condoms. Use condoms, right? It doesn't mean that you did it only once that you cannot have problems, right? You don't even need to penetrate to have problems. It can be oral sex. Even if you are doing oral sex, still use a condom, right? Safe sex as you go about. Finally, before I start to take questions, if you have questions, please just start to drop your questions in the comment section. Finally, please stay knowledgeable, right? Don't travel and then just close your eyes and don't read the news anymore. And I just, nothing do me. Yes, I know the internet connection may be difficult, but most places now have Wi-Fi. You have Wi-Fi hotspots in the hotel, where you eat, where it go. If you are roaming, be careful. Oh. Don't go and roam data. If you roam data, whoa. Well, maybe you're a big boy, possible. You're a big boy, you have the power to roam data. But know what you are roaming, know the budget, or a big boy, a big girl, because you can also be a big girl. Let's not. So you can be a big girl, a big boy, a big guy, and you have the power to roam your data. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, oh well and good. If you don't have that kind of funds, because roaming data all over the world is extremely expensive. So I roam my calls, pick my calls if I need to pick calls, do all the because just stay connected. But data is used for hotspots, and thankfully, we can castigate our country for many things. But one of the good things about Nigeria is our telecoms. For instance, I don't need to tell anybody when I'm abroad and roam my calls, and I still receive calls I get my text messages for free at no cost. I can receive calls. I can know if you call me. If I want to pick, then I pay. But if I don't pick, and even if I pick and I pay, in most parts of the world, the costs are not astronomical. But for some, I remember in Israel, some of my colleagues to roam their lines, they had to pay special fee. Some could not even roam. They could not roam their lines from different parts of the world. It made me to appreciate the little comforts that we'll have here. Even our banking services. I say to people on the just say, no, it's our banking services, but that you can do your banking anywhere. I don't know when last I opened my account in states away from here, and I'm running the account seamlessly. I've never had to do that. You cannot do that in some places in the world. You will need to, even the developed country, I'm not talking about developed countries, you will need to go to that branch to do some things. And so what got us here, stay connected. That's what I'm saying. Nobody is happening in the world. Don't say because you are traveling, you don't know that Ebola don't break out. You can't see they do shwa shwa shwa. Meanwhile, Ebola don't they cause problem for that place where you go, but you don't know because you just put head inside sand. So find out what they happen. Make sure they shine your eye. They look at any disease they happen because when disease they happen now, it just break up before you know how. Kasala don't burst and you dey in the middle of am, but you don't know. Eh? And if you don't see if you dey somewhere and Kasala burst, I beg, don't carry am come house like I know and just do your face full as if nothing happen. Deny no be say the thing no dey there. May you speak out, may you talk, make them know. Make we know say okay, oh, I dey here, oh. Na so that place I dey, wey wahala dey, oh. Abeg, make una check. Shey this wahala don dey my body so. Wetin make I do for? May you find out, right? So please, let's get knowledgeable. And I hope we've shared good, important things today. I hope the things we've shared, you found them useful. Okay, what are the important vaccines to take before you travel? Yeah, so some are mandated, Yellow fever vaccine for some countries is mandated. You need to have taken yellow fever vaccine. But the other ones that you can take that are good for you, they're just all these vaccines too that we talk about, right? Right. So you can take strep vaccine, right? A woman should take the HPV vaccine that prevents against cervical cancer. The hepatitis B vaccine is a good vaccine. COVID vaccine, of course, like I mentioned earlier, very, very, very important. Meningococcal vaccine. If you are going to areas, like I said, the middle belt, there's a meningitis belt, all right? In the flu vaccine, for flu vaccine is a matter of life and death in some parts of the world, right? People die every year as a result of flu. I'm not talking about common cold. It's a senior brother of the common cold. So they have flu shots every year. So so if you are going to or you are going to those areas and you're in those areas, it may be important, especially if you have underlying conditions that may make you predisposed. So discuss all this with your physician, and they will be able to advise you depending on where you are going, what you should take and what will be helpful for you. If you are coming to some areas like this, typhoid vaccine. Yeah, you are in a developed world, you're coming to a place, typhoid vaccine will be important. You are coming to Africa. This is very important. Let me say this. This is critical. You've seen people that have traveled out of Nigeria, they were gone for 10, 20 years, and then they come back, and then the person catches malaria, and then the person starts saying rubbish, starts saying all kinds of things, and the person died. And then they will say that it's the village people that killed him. At least I know people that I know that has happened to. What has killed that person is what? Is malaria, cerebral malaria. If you have grown up in this environment, you are immune to, you develop immunity to malaria, so you can catch malaria, but that malaria will not be so severe. You get it, you manage, and then you can treat it, and then you'll be fine, right? But especially young children, people that don't have immunity to malaria, young children, very, very old, or white people. That's why West Africa was called the white man grave. Malaria decimated them. Why? They had absolutely no immunity. The more you catch malaria, the more you have some immunity to malaria, which is why we don't want children not to have malaria at all. They will catch it little by little, but we identify it, diagnose it properly, and then treat it. So if you are coming from, you just say they've been calling you, so come and visit home now. You have been gone from home for 20 years. If you are coming, you need to be on anti-malaria. Right? You need to be on malaria prophylaxis so that you prevent, you don't want to catch it. If you catch it, it will kill you, probably will kill you, right? So we want to prevent that. So there are medicines that you so that's why I said talk to your physician, wherever it is you are going, and you will be the better for it, right? Very important. That malaria thing that I discussed, very important. So if you have a relative that is coming, that is traveling, that has left, let them come, let them start anti-malaria. Don't say, no, we were here before we went now. Yeah, it's a just no, nothing like that. So nothing like that. If you quench you. Very, very, very important. So any other question? Any other question? All right, I believe we've had a good show today. Thank you all for the questions, for tuning in. As we finish, please, I'd like to ask that you please share this with friends, invite friends to come over and join us next week. We'll be here again by the grace of God. Probably will not be in Lagos next week, but wherever I am, I hope and I believe we'll have another wonderful edition of the show and make good with it. Until I come again next time. Today I don't try to push a little area flavor. No, we just speak trench. Maybe go area level small, small. I hope we enjoyed the show and more importantly, that we have gained useful information that we can use and be the better for it. Until I come again next week, may remember I say, life, you know, get duplicate. God bless you.